Easy. Okay, who reckons that Derek Chauvin is actually going to get a fair trial? I just don't think that there is any semblance of a fair trial here. Let's just go through the different ways that I believe that. First of all, we have a defence lawyer who's a very brave bloke. Everybody knows who he is. They've all seen his face. His name has probably got out there. If he is successful in proving that Derek Chauvin did not in fact murder George Floyd, are the mobs that have been allowed to burn and loot their way across cities, they've been allowed to do that because the Democrat local officials have failed to crack down on that sort of behaviour. So these people have been emboldened and they think that they can get away with anything and they can smash up and burn anything they like and get away with it. Failure to crack down on that has now made them believe that they can just continue. And that defence lawyer, if you remember in Donald Trump's latest impeachment sham, the lawyer who defended him had his house vandalised, his office vandalised, he had to move his family to safety, all because he had the temerity to defend Donald Trump. Now this guy has got the temerity to defend Derek Chauvin. And if he's good at his job and he does prove that he was actually not guilty of murder, is that guy compromised? Is he prepared for the fact that he will probably never be able to practice law again from the office that he does? They will probably burn it down, probably even burn his house down. His family will be under threat. Does that sound like a fair trial to you? What about, so far, we see a jury who we don't know who they are for obvious reasons. But you don't know how easy it would be for people to find out who they are. How much pressure are those jurors going to be under in order to deliver a guilty verdict against Derek Chauvin? Maybe they think that if they don't, that these Black Lives Matter mobs are going to come after them. Would they be prepared to put their lives at risk with the possibility of having to move house? Would they risk that? Would they sit there and think, oh, well, in actual fact, I better just say the word, we better just find him guilty of murder, just because we're too scared not to? What about the judge? Everybody's seen who the judge is. If you remember, about a year ago, a judge actually was almost assassinated by somebody in her own home. She survived, but her husband and son were both killed. What will happen to this judge? Is he going to carry on his career as a judge for how long? You know, for until he retires? What if he has to move house? Is he going to have it in the back of his mind and just think, oh, well, do you know what? I just better send him down for life, because if I don't, these people who are laying siege to the court right now as we speak are going to come after me. Does any of this sound like a fair trial to you? I just think that there is just no possible way that this trial can be fair, unless the mobs are going to be put in prison for the vandalism that they've created already and the threats that they've issued already. Certainly, if I was on that jury, it would be at the back of my mind all the time. What if Chauvin gets off and he's found not guilty? Is my family safe? Am I going to have to move house? All the money I spent on the house I have, building a life here, am I going to have to uproot that? Maybe it'd just be easier if I just said guilty, you know? Doesn't sound like justice to me, doesn't that? How about you? Thanks for watching. Till next time. Easy.